Today I have an exciting video planned for you guys. So I'm just gonna be playing Chime and just showcasing every single thing that's bullshit in Deepwoken right now. So yeah, let's go into the first Chime match. Let's see what we encounter. Okay, first of all, convoy name, leader of a guild, full black guild banner. Oh, and he's on Thunder Fist. So yeah, this is not gonna be fun already. I can tell. I am on a pretty good build though, so maybe I might make something work. You know what they say, if you can't beat them, join them. So I had to make a light weapon page from a build. And honestly, I'm having quite a bit of fun on this build. Like, I've never tried Fate Trimmer, I don't think. My only build with Fate Trimmer is my bank build, because I made my bank build when like Falconers didn't have carry load yet. Oh, Alderman just told me there. Yeah, as you can see, I could do nothing until I had a vent, because you know, Fist is very fun, and Agamatsu had a absolutely great idea of giving thundercall a weapon that has more, you know, more shaky block, because of course, right? Why wouldn't they give their favorite weapon a free buff? Why not? As you can see, this guy can just, since he's on Fist, he can just decide when he wants his M1s to land and just slightly delay them. They have no animations anyways. And they have like twice the amount of shaky block as normal M1s. So you can just basically just decide, oh, I want to hit my M1 now. And just hit it whenever he wants. Is this guy on autoplay? His dodges are really odd. Also, I am so incredibly slowed right now. Also, just wanted to say, sorry if I'm not talking, I'm kinda trying to look in. I'm not the greatest, so you're not gonna be seeing like elite level gameplay from me. But I'm just gonna showcase like what an average, you know, Deepwoken player has to go through if they even want to try to play Chime. Second match? What is this? Oh, perfect. Curve blade. Let's see if I can hit some cool clips, maybe. I'm quite horrid at playing Gale though, or at playing gun skill. As you can see, permanently slowed, permanently suffocated. I can't even chase him because you know, I'm dagger. I don't got no range. Oh yeah. Let's see if I can push the stack a bit. Yeah, also if you guys want this build, oh, of course, forgot. If you guys want this build, like let me know, I'm planning to probably make a video on this build. Like, these are the stats if you wanna try and copy them, but I'll make a proper showcase if you guys want. I might need to modify it a bit though, because like, Gruesome Harvest is absolutely useless. But yeah, as you can see, he's just whittling me down. I can't do shit because I'm not fast enough to catch up to him. He's just moving around and hiding his animations, so I can't do anything about that either. The only way I can catch up to him is, you know, by taking a lot of damage myself just trying to get close to him. I'm very lucky that this guy does not have a Q syndrome. Because if he did, and put it on Gale Trap, I would not be able to move like at all. Yeah, just a really boring match. He's just playing passive and I can't do shit about it. Let's see if it close. Oh, I might have just killed myself. Yeah, okay. I forgot it does that. That's the second time today I've done that. And it was 3.1%. I could have just done better. Alright. Okay, he's in Surge. And yeah, we're not gonna have fun. He's dressed as red drinking sour with the fucking... The demon weapon, bro. The spawn of hell. Like, this is just bullshit, bro. Like, everything in modern Deepwoken is just... Oh, my build is this, so basically you can't go next to me, because if you go next to me, you lose 1 bar, and you can't run away from me, because I can just W key at you, and you can't do anything about it. Like, I know it might sound hypercritical, coming from a guy on a Sanguine Transfuser build, but like, the reason why you lose and I lose on Deepwoken in modern times is honestly just because you don't make the right builds, bro, and you don't play the right way. Like, I wanted to make a vow with myself to like get at least top 1k by just playing how I always did. You know, I've never been like a top 250 demon, you know, but I've always, I would think, like, played pretty good. Like, I had my time. I've gotten, you know, top 1k multiple times before the top 1k rank was a thing. Even in, like, prime times of Deepwoken, where, like, there were a lot of really, really good people playing. And, you know, I've never really struggled that much. I never really... What the fuck was that? Okay. Okay, so this guy's just ignoring my vents, ignoring my parries. But yeah, as I was saying, like, I've never tried that hard. But I always thought, like, if I really wanted to, I could probably do decent. And so, for a while, like, last month, I was like, oh, I wanted to make a series, maybe on YouTube, where I would try to hit, like, top 1k, or, like, decently high chime, by just playing like a normal person. Because if you play chime, you may know that, like, everyone on top 1k just plays exactly the same. Like, there is a clear, better, you know, play style. And that usually revolves around, you know, either light weapon, or thundercall, or just insane cheese. Oh, I beat him. But, like, I wanted to see if I could reach top 1k by just playing like a normal person would. Like, not exclusively landing my M1s through roll parries and through backcasting, not exclusively anim hiding my shit to get more M1s in. You know, having a pretty normal, pretty achievable build that you don't need to play like 2 years on to be decent at. And halfway through, I just realized that shit is not possible anymore. Oh, he has bone wish. Yeah, we're cooked. GG's. Say goodbye, guys. Of course, because I blocked and parried that, and it still continued through. Now, yeah, guys, this is like fun gameplay, you know? But yeah, I just realized, like, getting high chime without playing like everybody else does, like, playing Deepwoken without having to be part of a hive mind is completely impossible nowadays. And I think that is... Okay, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I mean, get him out. But yeah, like, it's due to a few things, right? First of all, of course, it's because the devs simply don't care about their game. Because if they did, Agamatsu would have already nerfed Thundercall. Thundercall has been the most, like, glaring problem with Deepwoken in the past, I would say, like, 6 months, bro. I've always hated Thundercall, if you couldn't tell. But, like, in the last 6 months, it really has gained so much traction. And that is also partially because of the Legion Cestus release. That was a big factor in getting Thundercall even more up there. But yeah, like, first of all, Thundercall is a massive, massive problem. Just the amount of bullshit that you can get away with. How the fuck is he 71%? Okay. The amount of bullshit that you can get away with on Thundercall is just so astronomical. Yeah, Thundercall is just straight up bullshit over and over and over and over again. If you ever fought a Thundercall user, even if they're like miles worse than you would still end the fight at like at least 50%. Because Thunderkick is the most inconsistent windup on guard breaks in the game. Static Fakeout, I don't fucking know why Static Fakeout is still in the game, bro. Like, everyone that plays Thundercall has to go Static Fakeout because it's just so much bullshit, bro. Like, free Spine Cutter? Are you kidding me? Why the fuck is that still in the game? Or why is it not reworked yet? So yeah, that makes no sense. Then also, like, continuing to buff light weapons is just the most brain dead shit that the devs are doing at this current era of Deepwoken. Like, they released Legion Cut or Legion Cestus, the talent, and they were like, oh yeah, this is fine for the game. Then a week later they had to nerf it because it was like way too OP. You know how much they nerfed it? Like 10%, bro. That shit is still the best thing in the game currently. What is wrong with you? I'm just playing like a normal person, not bad. Yeah, I'm playing a bit passive, but I'm not doing like S-holding or anything. But yeah, Thundercall, I would ask the devs to like release the chime balancing Discord logs, because there's a chime balance. Oh, what the fuck? I thought I got hit there, because half the time the parries don't even work. So I just assumed that I've been fucked over by Deepwoken once again. But yeah, I would ask the devs to like release the logs of the chime balancing Discord, because like there is absolutely no way that nobody is complaining about Thundercall, bro. Like, it has to be just insider trading, bro. They have to be telling the devs like, oh no, don't nerf Thundercall, because they're all on it, bro. Like 90% of chime is either on Thundercall or on Gale, and the other like 10% are either on the 6 Lukes build, because 6 Lukes is just a goat and he just makes the best builds ever, and the rest is like either on Crazy Stall or just Eye Stagger. But yeah, like there is no way. You know what they did, bro? They buffed Cerulean Knife. Like, Akamatsu clearly does not play the game. There was a poll some time ago, if you didn't know, where Agamatsu basically said, or it wasn't a poll, it was like a sneak peek in Dev Corner for the upcoming updates, the weapon talent updates. Where Agamatsu said, oh, we're thinking, about buffing the Cerulean Knife talent. Like, how are you this disconnected from reality. Buffing Cerulean Knife? The thing that 90% of light weapon players are on because it's just incredibly OP? The thing that has frame 1 M1s. And it's not even the only thing that has frame 1 M1s, because if you know, Clippers of Fate also has that shit. Like, you want to buff a weapon that automatically makes you swing faster than the human reaction time, and that does like half a bar per crit if it hits, and one that has basically double enchant, because if you don't know, with Cerulean Knife, if you hit your critical and you get the buff, you also apply shock on M1s. So you can just go blazing and also have storm on your weapon without doing anything, basically, by just using your crit. And people told him, oh yeah, maybe buffing Cerulean Knife is not the greatest, idea right now, because it's pretty good. And he still did it! He said, oh, I didn't know Cerulean Knife was such a problem, guys, and he still buffed it! He basically did the same update that he was going to do, but he just slightly nerfed it by like 10%. Like, he wanted to make it so that if you whiff your Cerulean Knife crit, you still get the full buff. Now you know what that does? If you whiff the Cerulean Knife crit, it just gives you part of the buff. Because, that's definitely why people were complaining. Because, getting the full buff is way too unfair. Getting part of the buff is so much better. Like, these guys just have no idea. Either they have no idea what the game is doing, or they just do not care about people. Like, my leading theory right now is that they're just doing whatever the fuck they want. Because they already know that they have to rework all of the weapon classes, because they cannot balance for shit. So they have to rework them all. So they're just making whatever they want, because, they can always nerf it later, quote unquote. Like, that's my only possible explanation right now. And then another problem. There is so much anim hiding, bro. Like, if you fight any heavy weapon player, especially with Starkender, you will know this. Like, the main way that people on heavy play the game is basically they just jump up in the air with Starkender and then slam down with an aerial attack. And you basically cannot follow them because you have to, like, flick your camera upwards and then also parry and then also hope that the hitboxes are right, because the hitboxes half of the time just do not work. You have to hope that the hitbox of the aerial hit is like actually in front of you so you can parry it. Because if it's not, you have to parry and you still get hit. Or you have to parry and like turn around 180. Just to confirm that you parried the crit. Or that you parried the thing that you were already meant to parry. There's also this move stack here that I just did. Like, I just did that with no macro, by the way. You can just do that whenever you want. And that's also something else that heavy players do. Like, continuing to nerf stuff, like heavy weapons in the last 2 updates, is gonna do nothing if there is still all of this cheese that lets it be 10 times better. Yes, they did nerf heavy weapons. Heavy weapons is still OP as shit. Both in ganks and in ones, heavy is still broken. Why? Because you can just anim hide it. If you can confirm a heavy weapon hit, you just basically win the game. Because they didn't nerf the damage, they just nerfed uppercuts. And so all of the people who were like, who were not even using uppercuts in ones, and there is a lot, I can guarantee you. Like, if you know, until last week, the top chime player was a guy called Bear5. Now, he has quite a lot of, exploit allegations, and boosting allegations. as does every top chime player for a good reason, because like half of them are actually on AP and most of them are boosting. But yeah, that guy, he got top 1 by abusing 2 things. The first thing is ossified black pauldrons and flame within, which I don't know how it took them like 2 weeks to fix, and it's not even fixed yet, because you can still do that shit. And the other method that he used to get top 1 is just using Star Kindred with Bone Wisp. Star Kindred with Bone Wisp is the most brain dead shit ever, bro. But yeah, like basically, the way that top chime players play heavy weapons, except for Sick Lukes, I'd say, which he has his own ways to cheese. But usually, people just do this. Do exactly that. The whole match. They don't even touch you. They just do that until the hitboxes fail enough on Deepwoken's end to make them land a hit. And then when they land a hit, they can either combo you into oblivion by just having Bone Wisp, or they can just decide, oh, I'm gonna keep running and do that shit again until it fails again, and every time they get a bar off of you. That is basically unreactable too. No, well, yeah, easy though. You're definitely not on the build with the top 2 attunements in the game at the same time. But yeah, you can see like this game is just absolute bullshit, bro. Like, how is any person meant to come on this game? Like, what is the purpose of making a free week if people come into the game at this stage of the game? Like, tell me one thing that is fun about Deepwoken right now. Because I've been trying to find one for the last like 3-4 months. There is none. Deepwoken has just been on a steady decline ever since last year. They just keep adding straight bullshit, not adding any content. They ignore the glaring balancing problems with the game. They add, like, they buff shit that is already at the top of the leaderboards. Like, don't you guys miss when Archmage used to do those, like, top used weapons in Chime for the last 6 months? Don't you guys miss when they did that? Because at least, like, you could see if the devs were being hypercritical or not by just seeing what the top of the leaderboards were saying, and then comparing it to the amount of nerfs that it got. No, we don't even, like, everybody knows, but we don't even know if the devs know what is broken at the moment, bro. We have no way of knowing, because the changes that they do are completely disconnected from anything that the game needs. Like, you're telling me that 90% of Chime is on Thundercall, and Light Weapon, and Fists, and Sanguine Transfuser, and on Infinite Stall, with, like, ironsing, and those ironsing blood builds. And your first thought is, oh, let's add rain clouds. That's what we need, bro. Everything that has been broken in the past 6 months or so has not gotten nerfed for at least a month. I just don't understand how the game can keep going on with the dev team in this state of complete denial, with the current balancing team, which is mainly comprised of, the same losers that you lose to in Chime, that have bullshit builds, and just take half of your HP with one shaky block combo. Like, why are those guys the ones to balance the game? Because if that's the people who you're basically hiring to make your game better, I don't know if I want to play the same game as them. Like, it's... To make an allegory, it would be the same as letting the hackers of this game, you know, the auto parriers and the agility spoofers, manage the anti-cheat for the game. Like, how would that make any sense? Why would that make any sense? Why would you take the worst example of something to make the thing better? I just don't get it. But yeah, this video is getting too long, bro. I think I'm just gonna end this, go edit it a bit, go cut some stuff. Let me know what you think about Deepwoken. I honestly don't know, man. I can't take it anymore. But yeah, I'll see you another time. Let me know if you want this build.